What's up, Digidestins? Did you hear the bell? That means it's another day in the Market Watch. So guys, without further ado, let's talk about all the ups and downs so far. We are getting into the first US regionals online for the Digimon series. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and talk about it. We have MetalGreymon Secret Alternate Art Release Special Booster BT01. It is skyrocketing up, and I blame a little bit of Greymon Tribal, but also for the fact of MagnaAngemon. MagnaAngemon, and being an older card that you can't get your hands on very easily, really does add up pretty quickly, don't you think? So, you have like $20 a pop. People are buying it comfortably in that range. Like the low ends are kind of for the near mints are in the $15.10 range as well. Light play seem to be moving in the $18 range, probably because that is just what's left on the market after the near mints move. But we're at $20 to say the least. Let's see. On the Europe side, though, looking at it, 20 euros as well. Nothing too crazy about the 25 euros, equally on par with us. So that is something to take a look at. They are going up a little by little, but they have more stock than us. Anubismon from Event Pack 2 has seen a skyrocket tick. Reason for this is that, one, there has been tops with Anubismon related decks in BT13, but also the fact of the purple cups exist, and this card was a little bit vital for that. And is it older Event Pack 2? You can't get your hands on it very easily, and it's showing its age. It is showing that it's an expensive card, only very few copies in a reasonable department. Rest are kind of expensive, to say the least. Europe side, though, looking at it, they're in the cheap range. They kind of stay for 6 euros and then bop right into the 15 euro range. A lot better than us right now. We only have a very little low end. If you have the resources, this looks not too bad to pick up your 4 copies, if you guys have the resources to do so. Then Beelzemon Digital Hazard EX02. Let's take a look. For a light play, we're looking at $28, but for near mint foils, $30. At one point, it did touch the ceiling of 45 for a bit over last week, but now has brought back down to its at least reasonable $30 range. Europe side, though, looking at it now, same thing. They're kind of in the 22 euro range, is kind of where they have a decent setup stock. At least one person has 4 copies of it. That might be a decent pickup there. But all in all, though, the cap's out at 50 euros. Okay. That's not bad. It's not as crazy as it had like a $200 copy on there, but that was just where it goes. WarGreymon Ultimate Cup across time, $200. And people are buying it at that price. So if you have it, it seems like it's not crazily moving, but occasionally someone will buy into it. So as long as you have a decent sell record, I'm going to be quite honest with you, nobody's going to be picking up for 15 without, if you only have 15 sales, please put a photo in there. It is not that hard and complicated to take a snapshot of the card you're trying to sell. It will most likely sell as long as you can verify the card exists. Then WarGreymon BT12, Europe side, looking like it's dipping down to 100 euros very comfortably. So if you have actually a decent connection pool or a way of transferring it to here, this might be a good way of picking up your 4 copies. So that's something worthwhile. Guilmon digital promotional cards. So let's see. It's going up in its foil department, but starting to dip down a little bit in his regular art. Usually they kind of just hand in hand, but now you can distinctly tell the difference. $20 for the foiled, while near mints are in the $18 range. But the kind of just, this starts getting skewed once these smaller ends get bought out, and that's just kind of how that goes. But people are buying them in the $16.30 range. Well, $16 very comfortably. Or regulars, and near mints are like $18 to $20 range very comfortably. Let's see what the Europe kind of has for us. Europe side, though, looking like 15 euros to 17 euros. Okay. As far as regular art, let's see what foil kind of has for us going here. Dipping down a little bit to 12. We're looking like 15 euros to 18 euro range, kind of just where it's going to sit. Kind of pops up to 16. Most of it's in that 17 to 16 euro range, and then kind of just gets out of hand past that. Then Guilmon alternate art from Digital Hazard EX02. Started to see a buyout, actually. This card has been climbing up since we get closer and closer to the release of BT12. You know Guilmon support is there, and that means this card is going to climb up as well because it's a mainstay staple for the longest time. It's just because it's another great searcher that can help you add your Staccatos and your Guilmons and Growlmons very easily. Europe side looking at 22 euros to 25 euro range. Most of it's in the 25 euro range. Okay, so there's plenty of copies in the 25 euro range. Then we have Omnimon second anniversary card set special release BT01 to 03. Dipping down, boys and girls. Expect this to come down pretty quickly. And I mean, hey, it's technically the second highest rarity because as much as we want to say that these should be the higher, it'll take a little bit because people are opening a lot of this product right now. It means it's going to flood the market. And before this becomes the mainstay right now, the other one is at 30 for the original art. But for this one, you're looking at 15. So that's something to take into account of. This is going to go down. It's not much played of it. You get one copy in that box, so it's not worth too crazily. Looking at it now, we're looking at 19 euros to 20 euro range for this Omnimon BT01. On the Europe side, not terrible. MagnaAngemon. So people that have been waiting for that MagnaAngemon reprint, the regular art went down $3 from this point, so you're looking at 17, 16. This card is at $20, so it'll be a lot easier to get your hands on. And then, you know, the other one's up another 10 for its alternate art. I mean, hey, it's not terrible, but for the second anniversary, if you guys have been waiting to get your MagnaAnges, this is now your time. 20 euro, 21 euros, $21 is not terrible at all. So stuff like that you should keep on your radar, especially with sellers with 7 copies. Stuff like that just makes the world go around. Europe side though, looking at it, a hot 21 euros, so kind of on par with us. 25 euros, kind of majority of it sits in the 25 euro range to 26 euro range, so not terrible. Black WarGreymon X Antibody alternate art. So let's see, going down, guys. Watch this card just keep falling down, and that's good. If you guys are waiting to pick this up, I would still wait a little bit more until we start seeing a small uptick in buyings. But with the hit, people are kind of deterred from playing the Greymon stuff. They're just a little bit more wanting to play something better. Looking on the deep end on the Europe side, it is showing a downwards climb for 21 euros. 22 euros to, it's about 22 euros majority in there, up to about, I would say 25 euros, and then it kind of just smallly gets out of hand out of there. But that's just not terrible. MetalGreymon Fighter Mold alternate art. This card is going down, boys and girls. Keep it, watch it fall down more. I think that's just good information to watch for. But hey, 16, 18, very interesting to see what they do with this. Then MetalGreymon Fighter Mode EX02 volume version 2 on the Europe side, looking like 17 euros to 20 euros. Majority of it looks like it's in that 20 range, up to going up to 25, and then it gets out of hand once you reach past that 25 mark. So something to think about there. Then we do have Venusmon to talk about. It's been a hot second since we talked about alternate art Venusmon. Looking like her near mint foils are in the 36 range. Card's gonna be good. I wouldn't be surprised once we get into Shine Greymon meta territory that the Venusmons start coming down. Yes, she has the waifu tax holding her high, but so did Sakuyamon. And then once Sakuyamon kind of phased out of meta to the point where it just doesn't do much, the value of the card dipped hard. So stuff like this is worth keeping a note on. On the Europe side, though, we look like 34 is it's climbing up to. So they're in the 27 euro range all the way up to 34 euro range. Then it kind of starts getting out of hand once you get past the 34. So that's just something to look at there. Then Greymon Winter Pack Dimensional Phase, New Awakening, is coming down, boys and girls. We want to see this. Near mints are now at $13.47. So stuff like this, keep on your radar. It's just good to know what happens with this. Europe side looking like 5 euros. So it'll probably be a little bit while longer before we reach into the 7 euro range. On the English side for $7. But hey, it's not bad for that 5 euro value, especially since at least 5 euros is really good. Agumon promo Tamer Party Pack Volume 7. Do I even have this? Yeah. Looking like it's dipping down, boys and girls. It's been a hot second since this card has dipped down. It originally started at 25 and now has come down to a reasonable $8 to $10. Not terrible. I think that's pretty solid. Looking at it on the Europe side, not terrible, about 3 euros. So we're starting to catch up to reasonability. MirageGaogamon, alternate art, climbing up, boys and girls, actually. This is just straight up, I think, just because of MirageGaoga hype and, you know, the burst mode. Being the second best burst mode deck in the format, I think, next to, you know, Rosemon's burst mode, it's going to be very much a skeptical thing, but we'll have to see, especially if Shine Greymon gets hit. This means this deck is probably on a lot more people's radar and expect to being played more. Not terrible, though. That $14 range isn't bad. Europe side, let's take a look. They're in the 7 euro range to 8 euro range. Actually, they cap out around 9, and then they start getting a little crazy after the 10. So that's just me. Let's see. Then we have Errata Sonata Box Topper. So this card, I think that was a little domino effect on my end after my market watch. Or it could have been Mario's. I don't know. I didn't watch Mario's. But let's see. But after I mentioned it on the 30th, it saw a massive buy-in. And that was just because I covered a little bit about it, getting those promotional support. And that means we probably should see some more Diaboromon support coming later. That's not terrible. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Looking like on the downward slope, 4 euros to 5 euro range. Okay, not bad. They didn't get bought out. Diaboromon tokens, probably another card to talk about, especially with, you know, about $10 to $10.65. I mean, might be worth just picking up a few of the tokens, especially if you guys think a Diaboromon deck is on the horizon. It's just worth to have. On the Europe side, looking like 3 euros to 4 euros to about 6 euros. Crazy. Then let's get into Impmon Alternate Art Digital Hazard, the last card we're going to talk about. This card was quite expensive for a hot second, about $16, but now has brought down to the $8 range because of the new Impmon that comes from the starter deck. Europe side, climbing up a little bit, about 10 euros to 15 euros. But again, there is another alternate art that you can get, especially if you didn't really like the anime-esque look of it. You have a full-on Digimon themed alternate art. So stuff like that does matter to some players. But guys, what did you think of the Market Watch? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!